Anything yet? Ian, tough afternoon, but what a massive 3 points at the end of the day.
Yes, very much so. I mean, the sending off changed the game. I think it was the sending off as well. He was through. I don't know if his touch let him down, but he did drag him back, even the same as Jarves as well. He got spun. So I thought the decisions were right. And they started better than us, to be fair. They started a lot sharper and looked the brighter side. We looked a little bit leggy. We haven't done a lot since the last game anyway, but you could see that it was the way we started. There was no sharpness there. And then we got a big lift with the sending off, and then gradually grew into the game. And then from the sending off, I thought we controlled it really well, but we just didn't create a lot in the final third. You know, everything we shot at goal was at a comfortable height for the keeper. But now to dig out a win on that out there was magnificent.
I mean, got to ask you about the pitch. I mean, look, we know it's not Steve's fault, but I mean, how difficult was it for the players, for both teams to play out there?
Oh, for both teams, it was hard. You know, especially when you're trying to cross, the lads were saying that your legs sinking away from you, and you know, but he's going to have to pull miracles to get that back to any good condition, because that was a quagmire in the end. But fair play to the boys, unbelievable again, weren't they?
Yeah, I mean, you've just had to, you know, at times you've had to be patient, haven't you? Very patient again, because they showed a good deal of resilience with 10 men, didn't they?
Yeah, they sat off. They all dropped off to the halfway line and packed central areas. And so we just changed the formation second half and played three at the back and pulled the two wing backs in just to stretch them. And we got good joy of that. We got the ball well and we moved it quite good. We had a couple of half chances on there, and then we changed again towards the end as well. So there's a lot of tinkering and a lot of adjustments, but we found a way.
You certainly weren't frightened to go all out attack. I mean, was that the plan? The longer the half went on, were you prepared just to throw everything at it?
Well, we had to. We're the home side, so we have to find a way of winning. You know, I mean, the 0-0 scoreline wouldn't have been a bad result, you know, on today's conditions. But we just want to win games. That's all we're here for. We want to win games, and even if we lose games by trying to win games, that's the way we're going to go down.
In the context, I mean, I know you won't talk about being top or being promoted, anything like that, but with this result today, in the context of the season, how big is it?
Oh, it's massive. It's massive. I mean, we've cut the league down to the season into 10 blocks, 10 games. So this is our third 10. So to start off with three points is massive. So we've got 9 to go now, and the way we're going, you know, is unbelievable. And what we're doing, I've said before, is fantastic for this football club. It really is. They're going beyond at times of pulling results out, and we're enjoying it. We really are enjoying it. It's great to be around. And today was just a group of players finding a way to win. And it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty at all. The big man and Maz up there took some whacks, and we got around him and nicked one.
You're enjoying it. You
Yes.
said that, but is it starting to get serious now? Where every time you look at looking at that table?
No, because I've been told that this next 10 games will sort out the men from the boys. So we've achieved what we've achieved. We've achieved the objective at the start of the season by staying in the league. So we've got enough points now that we're going to stay. So one ticks off. Now this next 10 games will define where we're going to be. And if we come out at the right end of it, after 10, still in touch, we'll give it a go to the end. But we ain't got nothing to lose. There's no pressure on us. We're batting way above our weight.
Yeah, and I mean the injury situation as well. I mean, Michael Clunan, obviously you lost him after the Dover game. You're still carrying several knocks as well. I mean, what's the situation now?
Well, we've got Ryan Fryer and Smudger. They'll be back in the next couple of weeks, and that gives us good strength there. Natty Stewart's come back. Hawk's recovered all right. I mean, you saw Gash's leg was all bandaged up, but he's gone. They go through the pain barrier because they want to play for the football club, so which is commendable to them, really is.
Are you looking to bring anyone else in? I mean, what is the situation there
We'll look, but like I've always said, it's got to be the right fit. It's got to be. I mean, we've got to be ready for January as well, because we don't know what's will be happening in January. And like you say, we've got a thin squad. I think we might have finished in the league, but we've just got to be very careful with injuries and suspensions. We've just got to manage them from game to game.
And obviously you're going to lose Giles now for 3 games, aren't you?
Yes, yeah. Well, I think he can play the next 2. I think he kicks in after 7, I think. So he'll be with us, and then he'll drop out, and someone else will have to step in. But that's the beauty of that squad. So.
And you say you've got you know they've got to be the right fit for the squad. Have you got anyone in mind just in case you know?
Yeah, we've got a couple of targets written down. We've spoke to a couple. It's just getting permission now from the chairman. We'll sit down in the next week or 2 and then see what we can do.
Do you think that could be the difference of you sustaining what you're doing at the moment and not sustaining it by bringing a couple of extra players in?
No, I mean, at the end of the day, this group will go. If we don't bring anyone in and we don't lose anyone, well, this group would... You've seen what they've done for 20-odd games. And they'll go again, because that's the beauty of this group. But if we can help them, and we can bring in a couple of people to help the squad, it's only going to benefit them. Let's get me words out.
He sounds most of it, but thank you very much. We've talked a lot about the injuries recently, but it seems to me that the strength of this squad is that the injuries don't really seem to tally. I mean, you had Hendo, I think a few days ago, was still a bit iffy. Higashi with his bandage. They do sort of run through walls for you, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They want to play. They want to be part of the group, and they want to contribute. Even the players coming off the bench today, because I always say it's about the whole of the group, but they contributed today. You know, Sully Mate was a nuisance, and plays with no fear. You know, you had Ryan Hawkins playing right back there. You know, putting his head in and putting blocks in. So it's the whole group is contributing, and it's going to take the whole group. It's all going to take all 16 of them.
Do you think, because I think at the end of last season you said you'd like to keep them all together, and quite often we see teams, they get promoted and they say, right, we'll hoik out half a dozen, bring half a dozen in.
Yeah.
Do you think this is the reward? This is proof that if you keep your group together, that's a group that sort of arm up together and fight all the battles?
Oh, definitely. I think if you can keep the core group, and this core group is quite big.
It's like 11 strong.
Yeah, it is. But the thing is, they get on so well with each other, and they turn up, and I can't give them enough praise. I really can't, because what they're doing for this football club at the moment is unbelievable. Really is unbelievable what they're achieving, and it's nice to be proud and be a part of that group, you know, because they're never going to let you down. They might have the odd game. We're going to lose games. Don't get me wrong. We're going to lose games, but it won't be for the lack of trying.
Doesn't either.
You've obviously got Alfred on Saturday.
Yeah.
The fact you've beaten Boston today, does that make the return fixture next Wednesday even more difficult? Do you think they're going to want to prove a point?
Yeah, I think so. I think they'll come out all guns blazing, and we've got to be ready for that. We've got to stand up to that initial first 20 minutes. Like today, I thought they were the better team up to the sending off, and then the sending off puts them on the back foot a bit, and we grew with confidence then. But this do the group the world of good. So, like I said, we haven't done anything from Dover because we haven't had the bodies. So for us just to turn up today after Christmas as well speaks volumes. Really does. And
Boston, I mean, you've proved this year that no ground, wherever it is, holds any fears for you, does it?
No, it's a great football ground. It really is. An established football ground, and we're going to go there and enjoy it. You know, I know they're moving to the new stadium, so the crowd should be a good crowd there again. And like I've said before, this group will rise to the challenge and be competitive, and that's all we can ask for.
And the attendance today, I mean, fantastic, isn't it? See,
unbelievable.
2,000, nearly 2,300 in it.
Yeah, it's a proper football game, wasn't it? It was a good atmosphere, tackles, you know, flying in, little punch-ups here, there and everything. It was a proper football game, it really was. And you know, we relished it. We really did. We stood up to it really well.
Do you expect them to be in the mix at the end of the season?
Yeah. With the squad they've got, yeah, definitely. And like I say, as long as we're up there and keep fighting, we'll do everything we can to keep the football club there. But what we've achieved so far, halfway through this season, is miraculous. It really is.
And you're heading towards that 50-point barrier now, aren't you?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Frightening.
I'm not even into January.
Nah, unbelievable. And like I said, I can't speak highly enough of the boys because they've been tremendous from day one. Really have.
If someone had said to you, you'll have 50 points by the first... I know we can't read anything in the Saturday's result, but you'll have nearly 50 points by the turn of the year.
Yeah.
What would you have said to them?
I would have said you're pissed, didn't you?
Too much snowballs.
No, it's unbelievable. It's by their hand off, wouldn't you? It's a thing of dreams of. So coming up the league, taking it, losing the first game, and everyone going, "Oh, this is going to be hard," but they've risen to every challenge that's put up in front of them. So we got a long way to go. Don't get me wrong. We're not counting anything. We'll take one game at a time and see where we end up at the end of the season.